Another one is property owned by the PHA that's used for other funds. If you have a truck, for example, owned by the public housing program that is being used for other programs, can you reimburse public housing for its use? Not only can you, but you should. So if the public housing funds have paid for a truck and or a car for whatever it is, and it's being used by another program, that other program has to reimburse public housing for a fair share utilization of that asset. So the source of fundings is going to follow who owns the asset, which federal program, and any other federal program that utilizes that asset should be paying a fair share, typically costs of operation in some fair share for that asset. And I think the rest of the question, they said, well, could it be, if yes, would it be reasonable method to use actual miles times the IRS mileage rate? Yeah, that might be one method that you use. There might be other methods, but yes, you might also look at the total cost of operating and maintaining that vehicle and split it to the programs that are utilizing that asset to the, at some percentage of their utilization, and they pay for those total costs of operation, because it should include all costs of operating it.
I would still caution that maybe the cost of the vehicle needs to be allocated and charged to the various programs when it was purchased. And that way now we only have to allocate the cost related to the operations and the upkeep of it.
Was there a comment?
Oh, okay. Is this? Okay. A little bit closer here. My comment was, if you know you're going to purchase a truck and it's going to be used for 3 or 4 multiple programs besides public housing, have each one purchase their share of it right off the bat, and include, now you can allocate the operating costs, the oil changes, the repairs, the insurance, whatever based, if you want to use it on a per unit base, allocation, whatever it may be. Again, one of the things you're typically seeing is capital fund is buying all the vehicles no matter what, but they're being used for every program. No, you would show pieces of the asset between the various programs. The question was, where would you show the asset? Now, it creates a messy depreciation schedule that needs to be tracked. But again, you got to look at HUD. HUD is saying, you know what, capital fund is for our property and assets for ours. It's not meant to be used for every program that you have that we have nothing to do with.
Told us a while back that HUD discourages you buying capital purchases and having different funds own a piece of the equity in that. He told us you need to have one fund own that, and if you have other funds that are going to use it, then they just need to contribute to that, to the owner fund. So you might have a donation expense or whatever, but then that way 100% of that asset shows up on only one fund's depreciation schedule.
Right, and the only problem I have with that, even from an audit standpoint, is why are we purchasing it? Is it being the actual purchase of the equipment being used for public housing, or is it definitely, hey, we're buying this truck for the other property just because they have the money, and we'll have them reimburse it on a mileage per basis? But I think we're stepping out there into the gray section, really gray, from that standpoint. Now, the other thing, obviously, that you're looking at is do you have a COCC?
No.
Okay. Because if you have a CLCC and you have these type of arrangements, I'm thinking what? Centralized maintenance, fee for service, we have a problem, right?
You have a problem? Why wouldn't it be okay for the COCC to own the truck?
No, the CLCC can buy it, but then we can't buy it out of capital fund.
Right, right.